What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon. MLB DFS video. We are into day 2 of the division series. It is Sunday. It is October 8th, and we only have 2 games. I really thought we'd have 4 games every day, but they're splitting them up. They want to see baseball every day. So we've got 2 games to kind of just go over. We'll look at them. If you've never been here before, we do it a little bit different. We go through everything. We go through all of the pitching, all of the bats that make sense to us. We'll look at the previous games to see how it kind of set up to how we talked about in the previous video. The playoffs, it's gonna get interesting, and I'll leave it at that. But anytime a video gets at least 50 likes, you are a subscriber and you leave a comment, you have a chance to win a free week of DFS content. Same thing. Leave a comment, be a subscriber, and if we get 100 likes on a video, you have a chance to win a free month. If we get 125 likes on any video, you have a chance to win a free year. And if any video at all ever gets 150 likes, you leave a comment and you are a subscriber, you have a chance to win a lifetime pass, brought to you by FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. So, that being said, we are going to see who the winner of yesterday's video is. And let's check it out right now. Only had 13 total comments that weren't duplicated, and we had over 50 likes. So this is going to be the winner of the free week, and that is Jay Trees, Hungry for Some Bacon. So I don't know if you've won before. You can win every single day, guys. So come back on this video, come back to the next video, check it out. So I don't know if you've won, but if you have not, or if you have, just like this video and tell me that you see that you're the winner. And then 2 ways to get a hold of us. You can either email me, dfshelp1@gmail.com. That's dfshelp, the number 1@gmail.com. Send me an email with the email address you would like to use and a username for the website. Or you can hit us up on Twitter /X @advisors_team. Same thing. Email you want to use and a username, and we'll get you set up on the site. You'll get a free week. That'll include, depending on when you see this video, it'll include a week of MLB, a week of NFL, well, technically 2 weeks of NFL. You could get this week now and next weekend. We have MMA, we have PGA, we have NASCAR. NBA will be starting in 3 weeks. We'll have NBA back as well. So congratulations yet again, Jay Trees. Good luck. Come back tomorrow and the next day and the next day. You have a chance to win every single day. That being said, we're going to move on. We're going to look at what we have. 2 games. 4 pitchers, depending if for whatever reason there's going to be an opener like Texas did. And yeah, so we'll kind of look at this. So, Saturday's games were a surprise to me. I did not see I know playoff Kershaw's not a good pitcher. I did not see the first inning going as it did. The Braves didn't put up a run. That's the first time they've been shut out all year. Didn't come at a good spot. We saw Texas beat Baltimore. I don't know how Texas was the underdog in that one. They were plus money. We took that bet. So, Orioles are without some players. They don't have their pitcher. John Means is out of this division. They don't have Bautista. A lot of things went the way we kind of thought they would with Texas. I thought there'd be, more home runs. But the young guys for Texas are hitting, and we're going to cover that. So let's just look at the matchups here real quick. So Jordan Montgomery versus Grayson Rodriguez. So Montgomery has faced 123 plate appearances with Baltimore. Again, Montgomery, the majority of his career was in New York, same division, played Baltimore 18 times a year. In that 123 plate appearances, 23.6 K percentage, 261 batting average, only walking 3.3%. Grayson Rodriguez, on the other hand, tale of 2 pitchers this year, and we'll kind of look at that. But you got Grayson Rodriguez, 36 plate appearances, 25 K percentage, a 281 batting average, walking 11.1% of those batters. So just kind of looking into this, we'll just look at this right here. So you've got the 2 lowest priced pitchers right here. We see that. So looking at Montgomery, splits-wise. So he's pitching on the road, if you want to use that. He actually pitches better on the road. 2.53 ERA on the road compared to 3.61 ERA at home, which is split between St. Louis and Texas. Has not faced Baltimore this year, actually. Has an 11-11 record, 3.08 ERA. So, obviously, being on St. Louis, they weren't doing good this year. But yeah, he's just shoved. He had a fantastic start against Tampa Bay in the wild card series. Went 7 innings there, 6 hits allowed, 5 Ks. Prior to that against Seattle, which usually generally hits better against lefty pitchers. 6 innings there, 1 earned run, 5 Ks there. His price is $7,600, which is fantastic outside of, wild card where there weren't very many pitchers. He's as low priced as he has been since June 27th. So yeah, just looking at game logs, I love his price here. I know that Baltimore is a good team. I completely get that. We were able to see what Dane Dunning, what Andrew Haney were able to do against Baltimore. We saw them get the W there. I could see another fantastic outing out of Montgomery, and I love his price here. $1,400 less than Lopez, $1,100 less than Framber Valdez. So I really love me some Jordan Montgomery here. I know Baltimore. Again, though, you're going to see the best lineups out there. You got to get creative, especially with 4 pitchers. You got to get a little creative. I don't know. It's getting to the point where, if there's only 2 games on the slate, it's going to be very hard to differentiate yourself. I think you're going to see a lot of these lineups duplicate each other, and a lot of these top prizes be split. So you just kind of look at this. You got Grayson Rodriguez coming in, 4.35 ERA, 7.4 record. Did struggle to begin the season. Coming in here against Texas was 4,000. So he's faced them before. He was 4,000 here, 14.3. Obviously, that's good. It was his major league debut. We see that he's faced Texas twice this year. 8.1 innings, 11 earned runs. 11 earned runs is a big, or 10 earned runs, 11 runs total with 10 of them earned in 2 starts. Pretty wild. That's a pretty big number here. And we know that Texas can hit. All of their batters have been hitting, and we'll go through the lineup, the ones that make sense to us. So I just kind of wanted to see game logs. So the first game of his career was in Texas. So we've got that there. We've got his second game was at home. At home, he actually struggled. 3.1 innings, 8 earned runs. So yeah, a lot has happened against this Texas team in this ballpark. Probably not using Grayson Rodriguez here. I'd probably be looking at Jordan Montgomery, and I would be looking at Texas bats. So the Texas bats, that just makes sense. Obviously, Corey Seager against a righty. If you look at this, Seager, 7 fantasy points, had 2 walks in this game, 1 hit allowed, or 1 hit. So, not what kind of you would love to obviously see a 16 or a 14, stuff like that we saw against Tampa Bay. But Corey Seager's here. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets a home run in this series. Simeon, I'm looking at Simeon. It just depends. When you get down to it, we can kind of just see the batters that have BVP. Obviously, with Texas, they haven't seen much of Grayson Rodriguez. About 2 starts this year. So yeah, Corey Seager's 1 for 6 with a home run against him. Tavares is 1 for 1 with a home run. Robbie Grossman is 2 for 3 with a home run. You've got those. Then you've got like a Josh Young who has 2 for 4 with a triple. You've got Adolis Garcia 1 for 4 with a double as well. So while there are certain people out there that don't like BVP, when you get down to 2 games, 4 pitchers, then the batters, you kind of got to look at BVP a little bit. So obviously I really love a Texas stack here. Against Grayson Rodriguez. I'm probably not using Grayson at all. And then we look at Baltimore's bats that have had success against Jordan Montgomery in the past. You've got an Austin Hayes, 4 for 22 with a double and a home run, batting 182 in 24 plate appearances. Cedric Mullins, 6 for 24, 7 strikeouts, 250 batting average there. You got Ryan Mountcastle, 5 for 18 with a double and a home run, batting .278. Does have 6 strikeouts, though. Then you got Santander, 5 for 15, 2 doubles, a home run, 5 strikeouts, batting .333. So they've had 6, and James McCann, 2 for 6 with a double and a home run. It really just depends. Aaron Hicks is his former teammate. I don't think he's going to do much there. Adley's 0 for 2. Like, everything is... I love Jordan Montgomery here, and I love his price on DraftKings being that low. So I'm probably off of Baltimore bats, but again, with four pitchers, 2 games, 4 teams, you got to get creative somewhere. That's the point. That's how you take something like this down. You got to get creative with your lineup. So if everyone's on Montgomery, go with Grayson Rodriguez. Or if you think, now here's a big brain move. So if you think that, Grayson Rodriguez, you think he's going to maybe go 1 inning or 2 and then it's the bullpen. I don't think you can do this on FanDuel. If you come to DraftKings, you go remove non-probables, and then you can get into their bullpen. So the problem is, the only thing is, you'd have to look at the depth charts here. You would have to look at... Actually, you can right here. You can go to depth charts here. So yeah, John Means is out. Obviously, going down 2-0 in this would be kind of hard. But the problem is the depth chart just has starting pitchers. It doesn't have relief pitchers, I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't have relief pitchers. So then you'd have to go to a different site, go look at the relief pitchers, see who's who's been in long relief for Baltimore this year. And then you can kind of just see fantasy points per game. You could see like Fujinami isn't on the ALDS, so that's one that's just gone. And then kind of got to see who's made this, who's made the roster, and if you think that a Grayson Rodriguez might get lit up, maybe go with a bullpen guy. But I fully expect Texas. I love Texas here. I think they're going to take this series. I don't know if they're going to sweep, but I mean, Baltimore's good, but Texas is really good. And we saw that when they won 3-2 on Saturday. The second game, or the next game and the second game, Twins at the Astros. The game went exactly like I thought it would. Verlander shoved for a little bit. Then they started putting up some runs. Jordan absolutely killed it again. Jose Altuve leading off the game with a home run on one pitch. It went the way I thought it would. So now we've got Pablo Lopez versus Framber Valdez. Now, we did see it was supposed to be Dane Dunning starting yesterday for Texas, and then it was Andrew Heaney who ended up starting, but he only went a very short lease. Then it came in to be Dane Dunning. Then we've got the Twins here. It was supposed to be Joe Ryan, then it was Bailey Ober. Now it looks like it's going to be Pablo Lopez in this game. Career-wise, he's only faced 23 Houston bats, 34.8 K percentage, 238 batting average, striking out 8.7. Then you got Framber here, 57 plate appearances, a 283 batting average, 14 K percentage, 5.3 walk percentage. Now, Framber's been a tale of two Frambers as well. So let's just look at this right here. So Pablo Lopez is the most expensive at $9,000. He's on the road. So splits-wise, he's on the road where he actually pitches better, 3.11, but he's going up against a really good team. He has not faced Houston this year. Career-wise, only 23 plate appearances, which is not much. But I just don't know if I can trust a pitcher against this Houston team. In that mindset, maybe you do throw Lopez out there because people will be off him. He's striking out a ton. You look at the game logs here. 3 strikeouts here wasn't much, obviously. 6, 7, 8, 14 against the Mets. 3, 5, 4. So, I mean, he's has those double-digit games in his back pocket. I don't think it's going to be that kind of game here. Again, just kind of looking at this, he has had success. But this Houston team is so good. The offense is really, really good. Jordan, one of my favorite plays, probably every single game. It's going to be very expensive for you, though. Then you got Valdez here. This dude, so nothing against Seattle, went 4 innings there, 5.1. Then we got the sevens here. He had the 25, the 26, the 19, 20, 24, and then against Seattle, 1.5. Then 15.1 against Miami, 3.8 against Baltimore. Then he had the no-hitter against Cleveland. Then before that was -8, 9.9. He's been up and down. 3.46 ERA, 12-11 record, 200 strikeouts. Splits-wise, he has not faced Minnesota this year. Pitching at home, he has a better ERA, 3.35 compared to 3.56 on the road. I just don't know what Minnesota bats are going to do. Now, we saw them come alive Saturday. So they were behind, then they came alive, and they started making it a game. I don't know if I trust Valdez enough. That's my problem. If we look at this, he's 57 plate appearances. So if we just look into the Minnesota bats that have had success against him in the past, so not much, but Jorge Polanco had a big home run on Saturday, batting .375 against him, 6 for 16, a double and a triple. Christian Vasquez, I don't know if he'll play, 2 for 10 with a double. Max Kepler, 1 for 8, not much going on there. Willie Castro, 2 for 7, 2 doubles. Carlos Correa, 0 for 2, going against his former teammate. He's good against lefties, but he hasn't had success there. Ryan Jeffers is 1 for 3 with a home run. I love Ryan, and you've been here before. You know that I love Ryan Jeffers against a lefty. So let's say you're only looking at this. So Royce Lewis, game logs, home run on Saturday. We remember him, 2 home runs against Toronto. Hit a really good game, 5,900. I'm okay with that at third base. Jorge Polanco had a home run there. A little bit cheaper option, 4,400. Had back-to-back good games here. Can steal bases, can hit home runs. We know what we're getting out of there. Kepler, I'm probably off of. Buxton obviously didn't make the team. Edward Julian here, lefty-on-lefty matchup. He did okay on Saturday. 1 for 4 with a double and a walk with 2 Ks. Correa against a lefty, I'm okay with, like I said. He's been okay. And he's only 3,600, so he is kind of cheap. Then you got Wallner, who's a lefty, so lefty-on-lefty matchup here. Hasn't done much recently since, at Colorado. Maybe off of him a little bit. Ryan Jeffers, like I said, already has a home run against Valdez. Game logs, he did 2 for 4 with a run and a strikeout on Saturday, and I absolutely love him against a lefty pitcher. Castro I'm okay with because he's 3,300. Kirilloff, probably off of him. Kyle Farmer, probably off. Solano, I doubt he plays. I don't know if Solano will play. Very cheap option if he does. Then we get to the Houston bats. It shouldn't be a surprise. Altuve at the top. I said that yesterday. I said Altuve at the top. I don't remember, but I believe I said he might hit a home run leading off, and he did. I didn't think it'd be the first pitch. Jordan against a righty pitcher, absolutely. Game logs, massive game there. Saturday. Kyle Tucker against a righty, I love here. I'm okay with Bregman. Chas McCormick I'm okay with. See if he did anything. He did have a hit. Yeah, he did have an RBI hit in that game. Early on, I believe, in the game. Michael Brantley actually came through. Like I said, I don't know if he's going to play every day because he's still technically hurt. He's not 100%. I don't know if they're going to push him every single day. But again, at 3,600, he is a lefty bat. He's a pretty damn good lefty bat. Normally bats over 300. Obviously hasn't played much this year. But yeah, so he should be good to go if he's in. I love me some Michael Brantley as some salary relief. Yainer Diaz, again, you guys know if you've been here, I like him more against lefties, but I would take him if he starts the game. He's just a better offensive catcher than Maldonado, and he did not play. He has not played in a week, so that's something he'd probably get in this game. Jeremy Pena is a cheaper option at 3,400. Didn't do much on Saturday, but, what are you going to get? Abreu here. I do like me some Abreu. Had a pretty good game. 1 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. Good game against Arizona. They've had success. That's probably as low as I would go. Again, if you want to get crazy and they're in there, Dubon. But again, they're in the playoffs. You're not going to see a lot of these names in there unless someone gets hurt. So it's going to be really hard to be able to play them because they should not be starting. So if we just look at the pitching, I like Montgomery. I like Valdez. There's 4 pitchers, guys. There's not a lot to go with here. I want to break this down as much as I can. I don't even know if you guys are going to be playing when there's only 2 games, and there might only be 2 games from here on out. I haven't gone far enough ahead to see, but this is what we've got going. I don't think I like Lopez at 9,000, and then I think I like the other 3. It just depends, Again, the teams that have lost. So Minnesota, Baltimore. If they get down earlier, or they can see that one of these starting pitchers are not up to par, or they don't look 100%, or there's something slipping, they're going to yank them early, because going down 0-2 in this series in a best of 5, probably not going to dig out of that hole most likely. And that's the only problem with 2 games. We're going to see some craziness going on. And we already saw it on Saturday with Atlanta didn't score a run. They got shut out. Kershaw gave up 6 in the first, and I believe it was 9-0 after the second. Houston went up early. Then Minnesota came back a little bit, but then Houston ended up winning the game. And then the one that surprised me, I don't know why people were not on Texas. I thought it was Texas is a better team. They are. Just kind of some craziness going on. We've got 2 games here. We've got 2 games tomorrow. If you guys like these videos with 2 games, let me know. If you don't, I won't do videos for 2 games. I don't know if they help you or hurt you. I think it's more of a crapshoot with 2 games, but neither here nor there. So that's what I've got in this video. If you have any questions, go check out FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. We've got a ton of just a ton of NFL stuff right now. We're ramping up for NBA once that starts. We've got MLB for now. We've got PGA. We've got MMA. We've got NASCAR. But NFL's our big one right now. So good luck on this tiny slate. Let's bring home some bacon today, guys. Peace.